Well, CoastLife, we have been talking back to school all week long. We've been prepping the teachers, prepping the parents, prepping the students, and prepping the drivers. You remember yesterday we touched a little bit on some of that school bus reminders that you're going to be sharing the road with kids and school buses alike. But those aren't the only vehicles that we're going to be sharing with. We brought in Master Corporal Lewis Briggs joining us with the Delaware State Police to just talk a little bit more about what drivers need to remember, be aware of as we head into that back to school season. But why don't we start with some of that bus stuff? Because if you do break the rules, if you're too impatient, you might see this guy behind you, and that's not what you want.
Well, first, how are we doing?
We're doing good today. How you doing?
It's good to see everybody again.
Yes.
Well, the two most important things are to pay attention and to be patient.
Yes.
The school buses, as everyone knows, are equipped with the flashing yellow and the red lights. So the flashing yellow lights are an indicator to other motorists we're preparing to stop. So when you see the school bus, they're stopping to pick up children. And then when the flashing red lights and the stop arms are out, that means stop. Two-lane roads, it's not too difficult, although we do have some impatient drivers and some drivers that are not paying attention. But on some of the larger roads, in specific Route 1, to use a specific location or general area is Route 1, just north of Dartmouth Drive. It's, of course, Route 1's 3 lanes, and then the bus will stop just in that area to pick up some children. Everyone in the southbound lane behind the bus has to stop. The northbound lane does not. Everyone in the southbound lane does. The same thing on 113 and 13, two-lane roads. It's the whole side of the road. So just a reminder, you have to stop. So we can't have a motorist on Route 1 skirting around on the left side.
It's too dangerous. You don't want that. Kids are, you know, protecting the kids is important. What kind of violation is it if you see somebody doing that and they do get pulled over?
Someone could be issued, it will be issued, a traffic summons, which is a mandatory court appearance. If the summons is not issued, a traffic warrant will be issued, and that's a mandatory court appearance with a judge. The judge will make a determination or do their ruling, and the court will levy the fines. Division of Motor Vehicle will assess points and any type of action against someone's driver's license when it comes to that. So there's two things. You know, if a trooper or an officer witnesses it, and then or the bus driver reports it later on, we're able to obtain the information, do the investigation, identify the vehicle and the driver, and then issue a traffic warrant.
So just don't do it, ladies and gentlemen. Just be safe, keep the kids safe. You know, these are simple rules.
But buses aren't the only larger, slower vehicle that we're going to be sharing the road with, especially as fall comes around the corner. I know our farmers are also getting ready for a big season.
Yes, farm equipment, especially this time of year, we're going into to harvest season with, of course, corn and soybeans and other things. So starting at the end of this month, if not now, you're going to see a lot more farm equipment on the road. The combines are going to be out there. The equipment, in most cases, they're towing behind them what's called the headers to harvest the corn, and those things can be anywhere from 30 to 40 feet in length. So that's why they tow them. In addition to that, you're going to have tractors, you're going to have grain carts, dump trucks, and tractor and trailers, and they're going from field to field doing the harvest. So it's very important, again, just like with the school buses, to pay attention and be patient. With some of the farm equipment, it's very large, which I shouldn't say some of it, all of it's very large. So in particular on back roads, two-lane roads, where there's not a shoulder, give some distance, have some patience, and allow the equipment to move down the road where it's clear. Don't be impatient. Don't try to skate around, because that's large equipment, and it can cause some serious injuries.
And all of this is the kind of stuff that sounds like it should be common sense for everybody, and yet every year we do have to do these kinds of stories because somebody will be impatient. Some driver isn't willing to wait. They want to get around. So it's a good reminder for everybody at home, like, guys, just take a minute.
And something else is that I didn't mention earlier is to plan your commute. As we put out messages throughout the year, in particular around the holidays, to plan your commute ahead of time. The same thing is happening now. We're going into the start of school and harvest season. So we're going to have school buses, trucks, tractors, and combines on the road. So traffic is going to be moving a little bit slower. So someone today that is on their way to work and they're used to leaving at this time, in the coming weeks, they're going to need to adjust because those school buses are not moving very fast. They're stop, go, picking up children. So just be patient and plan accordingly ahead of time.
There you go. Give yourself those extra couple minutes in the morning to really thoroughly plan your commute.
And the afternoon.
And the afternoon, your drive home, just as much planning. Pack your patience with you as we get ready for those fall months, school season, harvest season, all of that. Well, Master Corporal Lewis Briggs, thank you so much for coming in today.
You're very welcome, and thanks for having me again.
Of course. Coming up on CoastLife, though, the real estate world is always changing, and for buyers, for sellers, we've got what you need to know and how you can streamline the whole process. That's on